Hello Cancer, welcome to your February 2022 reading forecast for Sun, Moon and Rising. I will be starting off with 20 seconds of the sound bowl. We will get jumpers out the pack. I'm going to try and keep it quite short and sweet. We'll be doing 3 piles, your current energies, that which is unseen, and then your outcome for the month. If you've subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. These are general energies, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And energies are non-gender specific. First off, you'll be happy to know that on the 3rd of February, Mercury will start to go direct. So we have been in Mercury retrograde for the best part of January and that little beginning of February. And basically what that means is that technology and communications go all over the place. So misinformation, crossed wires, miscommunication, technological devices kind of not working very well. And it also tends to be a time when you get blasts from the past. So people from the past returning back into your life, because the energy actually supports going back on something and closing things off. So if there hasn't been closure from something in the past, chances are you've experienced a revisit from that, so that you can tie up some loose ends. But as of that first week of February, we can start to move forward and actually make some positive intentions and changes for the year ahead. So let us start with the sound bowl. 20 seconds just to tune in with the energy. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay, Cancer, let us see what February has in store for you. Right, we are going to start with the Sacred Destiny. Get one card out here for your current energies surrounding you as we start February off. Get one card, please, for Cancer. Excuse me. One card for Cancer, thank you. We have Leadership. Someone's inviting you to take the lead on something here. We're going to get Moonology deck for that which is unseen. So this could be challenges, obstacles, or that's something that is just hidden from you. What is hidden from Cancer at this time of February 2022? Oh, it's too many cards. I can't take that one. We have Surrender to the Divine. Okay, so this is about trying to take the lead in something but not to be control freak and allow to work with energies that are surrounding you. And then your outcome for the month of February. This is a Rebecca Campbell deck, oracle deck here. What's the outcome for February, please? Cancer, thank you. We have Trust the Niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay, so your intuition is going to be quite being on point by the end of the month, that's for sure. All right, so we'll get a major arcana for each of these. Okay, current energies, please, for Cancer. Excuse me. Love. This talks about oneness, actually. It's a number 6. Now the number 6 is actually collides or is in alignment with 2022, because when you add all those numbers together you get a 6, which all talks about harmony, equal exchange, love, and there is a sense of oneness with this card as well, a sense of bravery for oneness too because of that lion. Okay, what is unseen to Cancer, please? The Hierophant. Okay, so this might be systems. So interesting, because this could be systems and organizations, you know, the structures that are in place that we have to live by on a social level. But it also talks about higher learning, deep spirituality, and this underneath this, the surrender to the divine. I feel it's happening in both aspects. So in one case, it's about kind of surrendering to the higher spirituality, the ascension of things as they should be, just to allow yourself to go with the flow. And on another side, it's like, well, you've got the systems in place, and how do you surrender to synchronicity as it relates to the physical constraints of life at the moment? What is the outcome, please? We will dive deeper, don't you worry. Okay, what's the outcome, please, for Cancer? Thank you. Justice is in your favor. Now, justice does not turn up if unless there has been an injustice. Okay, so we do have that sort of Libra energy there. Things coming into balance for you. Okay, so we're going to see how that all plays out for you. And particularly with that trusting the niggle card, there may be a feeling where you are noticing that something isn't quite as it seems, but justice is in your favor here. So you can trust in yourself in that respect. That sorry, it's just I getting this feeling of things always come out. Okay, it doesn't matter how long it may take, a decade sometimes, but things that are corrupt or deceit or deception will always come out. So even when you have experienced people who have betrayed you to some degree, or even if there's systems and organizations that have been betraying you, either intentionally or not intentionally, it all comes to light at some point. Okay, so it could be that something's coming to light for you as well in February. What is the love card all about, please? Can we clarify love for Cancer? Oh, that's too many cards. I'll take this one. Two of Wands. I do need another one. We've got the duality going on there with the 2 of Wands and those 2 pillars in that love card. Can we have another one, please? Thank you. Right, we have Judgment and the High Priestess. Both are major arcanas. All right, when I say major arcana, basically what I'm referring to is they are fated energies, predestined energies. So while we operate free will in this world, we will still be we'll still be working through certain energy currents of energy where something needs to be learned. The way we learn that, the way that we experience that will be different for everyone and up to you, but it still is a learning path. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute now. There's definitely a decision that needs to be made because you're at a bit of a crossroads, but it is inviting you to take the lead on something. Right, Hierophant, please. Thank you. Oh, getting a lot of cards here. Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and 3 of Wands. Okay, again, there's a period of waiting. Perhaps you've been caught up and stuck with the Hierophant here. Systems and practices and structures kind of preventing you from taking action. So there's a kind of a pause, a delay. Okay, and it's causing a bit of... It's weird because the 3 of Swords can be quite a heavy-hearted card, you know. So, I mean, 3 swords stabbing the heart there. So it does talk about sadness, but it also is a sword. So swords are all about the mental body, air. And so something could feel like it's cutting, but it's happening more, it feels heavier more in the head than it is in the heart for me in this particular way. And the feeling I'm getting from this is more frustration more than anything else. Okay, what is justice here, please? Clarify justice. Oh, that's too many cards. Spirit, please, can you do... Let's keep it simple, please. It is a general reading. Okay, what is justice here, please, for Cancer? Thank you. Right, we have the Hermit, introspection, which is what that niggle is trying to tell you. King of Swords, an authoritative figure. 10 of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, this talks about family, wealth, security, stability, long-term sense of security, and also property. Queen of Wands, taking the lead again. So you've now taken the lead, which is good. And the Hanged Man. So again, a bit of a suspension there. So for you, Cancer, you have a decision that needs to be made as you start off the month, because you have this desire, this pull to take the lead on something. And what this card is telling you is that now is a time. It's time to act up. It's time to take lead, because you've got a voice that you need to share. There's something that you can offer to the world, contribute to the world, and it's basically saying the time is now for you to do this, particularly because you've got love around you. Okay, so you've got the sense of oneness, you've got the sense of interconnectedness, but there's you feeling like you're at a crossroads. Which way do I go? And the Judgment card comes up to say a judgment needs to be made. So in one aspect, the Judgment is all about resurrecting something for the past that perhaps so you might have a second chance at something that perhaps didn't go according to plan before, particularly if you started it in Mercury retrograde. Okay, and the Judgment also says there's a decision that needs to be made. And once you make that decision, there's no going back. Things will forever be changed. All right. We got the High Priestess here as well, which sometimes talks about secrets, but really it's kind of very mysterious in the sense of you're getting more in tune with your intuition. You are getting those intuitive hits, or spirits trying to kind of offer synchronicities to you to guide you in the right way, particularly with that Surrender to the Divine card. So let us have a look. So this leadership does seem work related, and this Judgment. So let us clarify the Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here, please? Thank you. Right, yes, in a conflict. So you're not quite sure which way to go. Okay, so in one aspect you can go down this road, another way you can go down that road as it relates to how you take the lead. So either one way would be, okay, staying where you are and not actually taking the lead on something, and the other way is taking the lead, or can talk about collaboration, bringing these things together. But it is giving you a bit of inner conflict, and because you are having to, when you become a leader, you have to take everyone's interests into account. Even if you're a sole trader, it's your own business and you're not actually working with anyone else, there is still that sense of kind of paying Joe to borrowing from Joe to pay Paul. I don't know what the proper expression is, but you know what I mean. It's like, seems there's a little bit of conflict over there. So even if you're by yourself, there could be a bit of conflict in terms of you need this before you need that, and can you do it? So a little bit of internal conflict. And if you're dealing with being a leader over other people, it might be a little bit tricky to navigate the energies of making sure that everyone's kind of cool and happy. Usually I find with being a manager of anything, you tend to, the bulk of your work seems to be dealing with staff's personal problems. They tend to go to managers for their personal problems, and you have to kind of work with that as well as kind of do the rest of your job. So that can be a little bit frustrating, but it's just something to bear in mind. I am also aware that I'm speaking really fast, so I do apologize if it's too fast, but it's just kind of rambling out of me. Okay, Judgment, please. Why is Judgment here? What is that decision? Okay, we have Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Lovers. Okay, so again, the Lovers talks about making a choice, right? Okay, following your passion. So in one aspect, are you going to be working from the space of the heart with the Queen of Cups? Okay, and the Page of Pentacles talks about a message to do with some sort of financial reward. It's a small amount, but it's a good thing. It could even be a young person who is doing an internship or something like that. You know, someone who's starting new is helping. You don't have to pay very much for him because it's an internship, and they're young and perhaps inexperienced, but it's still providing. It's still giving some good news. And if it's news to do with money, it's very welcome. It's not a massive amount. Okay. So there is this judgment that needs to be made about whether you follow the money or follow the heart. And only you can decide that. Now the High Priestess, can we clarify the High Priestess? Thank you. So you feel like there could be, it feels a bit scary, I would say, because you don't know you're sensing that it's a bit scary to take the lead on something, because you might be caught up in the headspace. This is sort of a self-sabotage card with that 8 of Swords there. But worried about, well, what if you don't have enough money? What if you don't have enough resources? What if you feel like you're completely left out in your cold, in a lack mentality? Okay, so you're sort of kind of, this is the thing that you're kind of getting these little niggles of, and wondering, okay, well, what can I do about it? What I would say is that the 5 of Pentacles focuses on lack. So what you can do is you can shift your awareness into focusing on what is working for you, because this 8 of Swords is, she's blindfolded, she doesn't see it, she's trapped, she feels trapped. Okay, but she isn't really. So it's kind of all in her head. So it would be very advantageous of you at this time to really tune into your intuition and to pay attention to where your thoughts and your feelings are going. Because if you have not been a leader in the past and you're now stepping up into a leadership position, even if it's you creating your own business, there is always that kind of worry, and that worry is just going to create more worry. So it's not going to serve you at this time. Judgment call, obviously, do you follow your heart, or do you follow the money? Okay, so let us go into the Hierophant here. Now the Hierophant, I do feel like it's, in this respect, it's talking about the systems in government and structures that are in place, the ways of doing things, the legal apparatus, the rules and regulations. Okay, but it's saying work with that through the divine, surrender to the way things are and find a way out of it. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles here, which means that there is a new beginning here, okay, which you don't see because this is unseen to you at this time. We do have this new beginning, but we just have a bit of a slow start. That's all this feels like. It feels like frustration because you're waiting. Okay, and you want to get cracking, but you're waiting because the system is holding you back a wee bit. Nothing is ever an accident. So again, surrender to the divine, meaning that there are probably things happening beneath the surface, setting things up for you, setting the stage for you. So if there is a delay, know that you still got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a very solid card, a solid position as well. It will stand the test of time. You do have what it takes, but you have to work within the system. And as you do so, if you surrender to the situation as it is, Spirit will help and the universe will help bring things your way. So I'm not too worried about this, actually. I want to get a bit more on the 3 of Swords, because I did feel like it was quite frustrating, but we'll see if there's anything else it gives us. Can we clarify the 3 of Swords, please? Thank you. Transformation. Yeah, okay. Anything else, please? It's a death card. So there is something that is moving from one, a chapter's coming to it, and healing. Okay, right. So it could be, and I was getting this when I pulled out the death card, but I'll just, I didn't want to say anything, but now that we've got the healing card, I better. Healing card, 4 of Swords, right? There is, it's going to be a huge transformation with the systems that are in place, okay? So in one aspect of things, it feels like the stagnancy, so you're ready to get going, right? With this new leadership role, taking the charge of something, okay? But there's certain structures that are kind of making you wait, okay? And the reason, the good thing about this is because it feels like that there may be someone close by who's going through a bit of a healing. So someone who is perhaps unwell and who is needing some convalescence, and that is why it's taking your attention and your awareness and your energy away from this going through the leadership and starting something new, okay? So it may mean that you have to look after a loved one for a short period of time. It doesn't seem massive. I know that the death card is there, but all that means is a transformation. So in that respect, it may take your focus off, and now you have to follow the system. So even if it was you and suddenly you came down with you know, COVID, and it stopped you in your tracks, you know, and you had to do some healing, and it was a waiting period before you can move on, okay? And perhaps you feel all right, but because a Hierophant is there, you have to follow the rules and the regulations, all right? As it relates to frustration, it is because you want to just get cracking. You've got this Ace of Pentacles right here, ready to go, and you want to get moving, and then you get held back. Okay, so but the healing is important. All of these things need to be addressed first so that you can move with strength later down the line. So I think that's all right. It's not too bad. Okay, so we've got Justice here with that King of Swords. So the Hermit relates to this trusting, this niggle feeling, this introspection. There's something that doesn't sit quite right. And then we've got Justice with the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is an authoritative figure, you know, that kind of character. So it's interesting. It's kind of confirming both of them in different ways here. And then we move on to that Ten of Pentacles. So it looks to me like you're figuring certain things out, which I'll see if we can find it. But of course, this is a general reading. And it looks to me like there's some sort of payout, okay, that's owed to you. And it may invite you to become that leader and encourage you that way, but there may be a little bit of a delay before you receive the recompense. I want to know what that niggle is. Okay, so let's look at the Hermit quickly, if we can see what that Hermit is. Why is that Hermit here? Queen of Wands again. Okay, so you're trying to assess whether you feel like you've got it's like you're doing the inner work to kind of work out, do I really have the balls? Do I really have the boldness to become that leader? You're trying to suss out, what can I make happen? Because she makes things happen. She's very bold and brazen and feisty with it as well. She makes things happen, and I feel like you're trying to go within to figure that out. And maybe there is a bit of a sort of a self-esteem issue there, or some sort of self-worth that you maybe need to look at as it relates to the Hermit, because the Hermit is a very spiritual card. It's very kind of inward looking, kind of making sure that if you're going to step into some sort of leadership position, that you address anything that's going to stand in your way. And then that may even be an element of self-doubt. Anything else? In the Knight of Wands. Okay, brilliant. And then you're moving forward with vigor, and now you're able to say goodbye to the old way of feeling about, and I feel like this is about yourself, because the Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that no longer serves you, right? So I do feel like you're able to step away and walk away. I do feel very strongly that this is now deciding to vigorously walk away from this element of self-doubt that you had about yourself. Okay, now let's move into this King of Swords. Who's this King of Swords, please? The Hierophant. Yes, so definitely some sort of legal assistant, some sort of government official, anything like that, is now going to be working in your favor for sure, because it's under the Justice card, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles there. So Ten of Pentacles. Can we clarify the Ten of Pentacles for Cancer, please? Thank you. Knight of Cups. You get the payout. Definitely. And it's action that's coming towards you. Now, it does feel like it's coming from some sort of, I wouldn't say that you expected it, but it's certainly not coming out of the blue. It's coming from a place of, not only does it lift your heart, if it's like a payout from something that you were hoping that would turn out, but you weren't quite expecting it. And if it's to do with a windfall of money that's come from inheritance or a family member, it's coming from love, and it comes from love, and it puts you in that space of love, kind of feeling a bit kind of loved up to be able to move forward. So it doesn't matter where it comes from, this payout. It is a sum of money or a property or something tangible, a resource that's tangible that can stand the test of time. So it has a long-term element attached to it. It doesn't matter who it comes from. What it really is coming from is Lady Justice. Lady Justice is putting this in your path because it is karmically owed to you to bring things back into balance. And then you stand in your Queen of Wands energy, but I do feel like as you're kind of rearing to go, that you may just need to ascertain and look at the situation a little bit longer, because we have that Hangman over there. So there is a slight delay before you can really get cracking, and it could literally mean that the justice system, or the time it takes before you receive this this Ten of Pentacles, will take a wee bit of time. Yeah. You're waiting, you see, while you're waiting for remember the things that you were worried about with that High Priestess. Oh, do I have enough funds to kind of actually make this happen? All these sort of niggle worries that are causing a self-sabotage. In the Hangman phase, it allows you to address this in a deeper way, okay? Because you're like, oh, I still don't have it, I'm waiting for it, I'm waiting for it, I'm waiting for it. But there's other people involved that need to do their bit so that it arrives to you. So that's all I have for you. Very interesting, actually. Cancer, you're definitely taking the lead. Trust the niggle. So, and I feel like the niggle is more so that element of what's the way to say it? Don't spend before you've got it, or like you can trust in justice turning up for you, which he absolutely will, because path number 11, which is all about kind of life path, so it's going to set you on the right path, that's for sure. But I would say don't jump before you've got it all in place, and because of the delay. So I think the delay is the niggle feeling that you kind of, you know, that's kind of causing you to just like pause for a little bit. So I hope that helps, Cancer. I wish you all the best for February. Pretty exciting. And I will see you next month. Take care. Bye.